Welcome to Alta's Digital Transformation video series. This is the second in our video series, Digital Closing, a Closer Look. In our first video, we defined a digital closing as the electronic execution of some or all of the closing documents, which could include electronic signature, notarization, and recording. So let's take a closer look at digital closing. We begin with the electronic record or document. An electronic document is simply a document that is created, generated, sent, communicated, received, or stored by an electronic means. The electronic document can be electronically signed. An electronic signature is a sound, a symbol, or a process which is attached to or associated with a specific electronic document. Many of us think of electronic signature as actually the signature we create, as with our finger on an iPad, or one that we adopt. However, when you use your debit card and put in your PIN, that is actually an electronic signature. And electronic signatures can also be when an individual records a verbal agreement. Let's continue with notarization. As we know and value, notarization serves us in our real estate transactions to ensure the document is appropriately signed and the signature is authentic. In our paper world, notarization is completed by the notary and signer being face-to-face with appropriate credentials to prove identity. In the electronic world, there are two types of electronic notarization. Electronic notarization, also known as e-notarization, is when the signers and notary are all physically present at the time of signing, and instead of ink to paper, the documents are signed electronically and the notary seal is electronically affixed to the document. We also have remote online notarization. That's when the documents are notarized as the signer appears electronically before the notary using online audio-video technology. In our first video, we also explored the myth that to be considered a digital closing, the transaction had to be 100% paperless. Actually, a digital closing that includes documents that are wet signed is a hybrid digital closing. A hybrid digital closing is when some of the documents are required to be printed, traditionally signed, perhaps even traditionally notarized, and all other documents are electronically signed and executed. In the digital world, many people ask, so is it about the technology? Certainly the improvements in technology have facilitated the digital transformation for our industry, but have you heard the truism that technology is the easiest component in people, process, and technology? We have very competent technology partners in our industry which provide a secure platform for us to upload the documents, allow the buyer or seller to view the documents, then facilitate the signing, notarization, and recording. We also have technology partners that facilitate remote online signing, connecting the signer and notary via audio-video while providing multiple layers of authentication to test the identity of the signer. As leaders, we will need to be prepared for the challenge of technology, people, and process for a successful digital transformation. Also, for real estate transactions overall, we are governed by such a wide body of federal and state statutes, it will be important for us to understand the laws and guidelines for the components of electronic signature, electronic notarization, remote online notarization, and electronic recording for our counties and states. We invite you to join Alta for our first digital boot camp in Phoenix on December 11th and 12th. The Digital Bootcamp will be an interactive workshop for you and your team to grow your skills and learn effective best practices in implementing digital products for better results. You may register online at meetings.alta.org/digitalbootcamp. Registration is now open.